What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just the PokeTuber, coach of your Virginia Beach Whimsicots, coming at you today with Week 3 of Season 2 of the NBBCL. Today we are taking on Firebro, coach of the California Chin Pals, and he has a pretty interesting team, which consists of Mega Gengar, or Gangschnar as we call it on this channel. We have the Grimmsnarl, the Politoed, the Snorlax, the Hawlucha, who can Mega. We have the Palafin, the Pavilion, the Swampert, the Scrafty, and last but not least, the Sandaconda. Personally, I think he brings the first 6, more than likely. Maybe you fit Swampert in there somewhere. I do not think you bring Scrafty to a game with a Pelipper and a Mega Gardevoir. I don't think you bring Pavilion into a game with, well, a Pelipper and Archaeodon and friends, and I don't think you bring Sandaconda against a rain team. So, to combat this team, first and foremost, I decided I'm going to bring Taxi the Pelipper, who's going to be rocking his Shed Shell, Drizzle for the ability, 32 HP, 2 special attack, 32 speed F, Calm Nature with Hurricane, Tailwind, Wide Yard, and Protect. Protect keeps us safe. Wide Yard protects us from things like Politoed's Icy Wind and or Muddy Water. We have Tailwind for speed control because that Gengar does outspeed my whole team outside of a certain Mega that I have, assuming the rain is up, of course. We have Hurricane because my opponent does not have an electric type or a steel type, so Hurricane is just spammable to the moon against his team, unlike Weather Ball would be. And we are Shed Shell because, so Gengar has the ability Shadow Tag, and for those of you that don't know what Shadow Tag does, it basically means if you're not a ghost type, you cannot leave this, you cannot switch out. You can pivot out using like Baton Pass, U-Turn, Volt Switch, but you can't like manually switch your Pokemon out. Shed Shell bypasses that and allows us to be able to swap out in front of Gengar because, one, Gengar hits me really hard. It gets Thunderbolt. I mean, I could just run Focus Sash, but I feel like I could just run the Shed Shell and then switch something into the Thunderbolt or into the Shadow Ball after we determine like what the set is type thing, right? So yeah, this is just a way to help us not get stuck in the Paris trap because, I mean, you guys saw it. Mega Gengar with Politoed. We all know what this is. So yeah, that is Taxi. Next on the team roster, we have the one, the only, the Stapler, the Archaeodeezy, the Archaeodon, who's rocking his Citrus Berry. Stamina for the ability, 32 HP, 32 defense, 2 speed F, Bold Nature with Flash Cannon, Electric Shot, Metal Burst, and Protect. The main reason we're max defense is because, so Gengar is like the only special attacker on this team that actually threatens us, which is why I'm running the Citrus Berry because it can just Shadow Ball us and then we just heal it off and then kill them with Metal Burst. But things like Close Combat Palafin, Close Combat Hawlucha, those hit really hard too, hence the reason why we need the defense investment. And by the way, into those Pokemon we can just click Metal Burst, albeit into Palafin we could probably just get away with clicking Electric Shot. Metal Burst is mainly for the Hawlucha and the Gengar, so it's Megas. But everything else on this team we could just trade up clicking Flash Cannon or Electric Shot into. Now if Swampert shows up, we have to be gotta play a little differently, but you know, I don't think it's something we can't play around. So yeah, that is Archaeodon. Next on the team roster is my only Mega who can outspeed the Gengar, and that's assuming the rain is up. It's the one, the only, the Kawamatsu, the Mega Swampert, who's rocking his Swampert Tight, or the Swamperite, however you want to say it. Swift Swim for the ability, 7 HP, 32 attack, 27 speed, so we can outspeed the Gengar with our Adamant Nature. With the Swift Swim, you guys get the idea. We're Wave Crash, High Horsepower, Flip Turn, and Protect. Wave Crash and High Horsepower literally hit this whole team. We have Flip Turn because we don't want to be trapped in front of the Gengar, because Gengar also does get the coverage move of Energy Ball, so just in case you do have that. Now to be fair, we could just High Horsepower it, but then if he has like a good support mon beside it that could maybe like hinder what Kawamatsu wants to do, you know, it might just be better for us to Flip Turn out of there. It kind of just depends on the situation. But yeah, and last but not least, we have Protect to keep ourselves safe. I didn't already mention that. But yeah, that's Mega Swampert. Next on the team roster is one of my other Mega Captains that are showing up this week in the form of Kaguya, the Mega Gardevoir, who's rocking her Gardevoirite. Pixelate for the ability, 19 special attack because that's all we need to pick up OHKOs and the things we can OHKO, and 2 shots on the thing we can 2-shot. 15 speed F that allows us to live a Shadow Ball from Gengar no matter what. We literally only died to Sludge Bomb. And we have 32 speed, Timid Nature with Hyper Voice, Expanding Force, Energy Ball, and Protect. So I do feel like Gengar wants to have like, okay, let's be real, you want to have Shadow Ball, you want to have Thunderbolt for the Pelipper, and you might want to even have Energy Ball for the Swampert, or Or something else I'm thinking, like, Gengar wants to have Perish Song, Protect, Shadow Ball, which means your last slot, like, you might not run the poison coverage, and which means you just won't one-shot the Gardevoir. We have Hyper Voice, because we can spam it to the moon if they don't bring their Swampert. We have Expanding Force, because the next Pokemon we're going to get into, we can spam this into the moon if they don't bring Swampert. And then we have Energy Ball, because things like the Swampert, if it does come, just gets one shot, and then we can spam our spread moves, because Swampert is the White Guard Pokemon. And then we have Protect to keep ourselves safe. But if we set up a situation where we can just spam Hyper Voice or Expanding Force, Gardevoir really does just wreck this entire team. Like, nothing really wants to take a hit from me. Especially because we have this next Pokemon on the team right here. Saturn, the Meowstic, is rocking his Cassib Berry. To take a Shadow Ball from Gengar. We actually don't need the Cassib Berry, but it does help us live a lot healthier than we would otherwise. We are Prankster for the ability, 32 HP, 2 defense, 32 split F, careful in nature with Psychic Terrain, Thunder Wave, Helping Hand, and Fake Out. So the Fake Out is to basically get around the Grimmsnarl trying to fake us out turn 1 while the Gengar clicks Parasong. We have Helping Hand because if Gardevoir is on the field beside Saturn and we can just click one of our spread moves, Helping Hand into whatever move probably just picks up the double KO in most situations. We have the Psychic Terrain to boost the Expanding Force because then it can become a spread move. And once again, if that Terrain is up and we're clicking Helping Hand, Gardevoir is probably just killing stuff. And then last but not least, we have Thunder Wave primarily to slow down the Gengar. And I guess maybe the Hawlucha might not need to do that, but definitely the Gengar. But yeah, that's Meowstic. Next on the team roster, last but not least, it's the one, the only, Lucy the Tauros Blaze, who's rocking their Choice Scarf. Intimidate is their ability, 20 HP, 32 attack, 14 speed, adamant nature with Raging Bull, close combat, high horsepower, and Rock Slide. Raging Bull allows us to break any screens my opponent might set. Close combat lets us, it just gives us breaking power. Like, it just breaks everything on this team that's not Gengar. We have high horsepower so we can blow up said Gengar, and then last but not least we have Rock Slide for spread damage in case we just need it for some reason. But yeah, that is Tauros, that is the team. I think I said everything needed to be said, so without further ado, let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent, Fire Bro. Hopefully this battle is a banger. Alright, we are connected with our opponent and he has brought... Okay, so he brought the Grimmsnarl Politoed Mega Gengar like we thought he would. He also brought the Scrafty, the Palafin, and the, So Scrafty, Palafin, and Vivillon. Okay, so we want to put things to sleep. That's nice. Shoot! It feels like we always have to lead Meowstic, don't we? And I don't like that. So, let's see, how do we navigate this? I feel like what we could do is lead Taxi with Saturn, have the Stapler in the back with Swampert. I think that's like a good idea for game 1. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. Usually I'm right more than I'm wrong, so let's just find out together. So we're gonna do this, because we can just hard swap the freaking... Oh, shit shell. Hopefully this freaking Gangschnar doesn't have a Thunderbolt. Because it should have Shadow Ball, Perish Song, Protect. The fourth move can be anything. Icy Wind, Sludge Bomb, Energy Ball, Thunderbolt. This Mon surprisingly gets like a wide move pool. I mean, heck, it can even have Focus Blast. Like for the Archaeodon if it wanted it. Well, we're gonna find out hopefully turn 1. I don't know, we'll see. Regardless, we have to lead off with... Yeah. So, I think what we do... We don't know if this thing has Thunderbolt or not, so I think what we do... We Tailwind and fake out the Grimmsnarl. And then the following turn, we'll just go... I don't know, bro. We'll see. Because what we should see is the Grimmsnarl try to fake us out into... Like, if this Gengar attacks, that's actually fine. So we fake them out. Okay, so they were probably going for Fake Out too. Did they go for Perish Song? Yep. But joke's on you, buddy. Joke's on you. Okay. And what I'm going to do next is go out into our Chaudon, and I'm going to set Psychic Terrain, because by setting Psychic Terrain, basically what happens is this Grimmsnarl? Yeah, try the Parting Shot out. Try the Parting Shot out. Try the Parting Shot out. Psychic Terrain. I'm pretty sure he's going to be like, what the heck? He's going to just be like, what the heck? And then we're going to set the terrain, so that means if Grimmsnarl went for Parting Shot, it's not going to... Okay. You can't Parting Shot. After we set this terrain, you can't Parting Shot. Only thing they can do is maybe attack us, but I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of Perish Trap, right? They're going to Light Screen. That's fine. That is actually fine. That is perfectly fine, because you know what? You don't have a ground type. So I'm about to Electro Shot the everlasting crap out of this Gengar or whatever wants to come into this slot, because guess what? Even through the so we don't kill them. Okay, yeah, get out of here, coward. Get out of here, you coward. Get out of here, you coward. Okay. So Grimmsnarl is probably dual screens with Fake Out and Parting Shot. Bro, terrain's up. Ha ha ha. Joke's on you. So now we're gonna hit this freaking thingy-majigger. I mean, I have to think. Like, do we... Okay, first of all, how hard are we hitting this? Because truth be told, I feel like we're actually in a good position. Oh my. You know what? I'm just going to click that button again. I don't see why we shouldn't. I think what we do now... We should protect, right? Or should we try to kill this Scrafty? I think we protect. Wait, no, because I don't like the idea of wasting... You know what? I'm a real Pokemon, bro. We're hitting this thing with an Electric Shot and going out into Pelipper because we really shouldn't, we really shouldn't, what's the sequence of words I'm looking for? We really shouldn't, be passive with our Tailwind up. I don't like playing passively with the Tailwind up. Okay, so we're gonna see happen now. Politoed. Okay, brother! Terrain! 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 Do you not see the terrain? I'm sorry for sounding so aggressive, but that's 2 turns in a row you've tried doing that. The Parting Shot didn't work. The fake... Okay, whatever. This is probably dead. Or you just barely live. It's all good, because we're just going to target the freaking Politoed and then Hurricane the thing. Because I know for a fact we outspeed you on both, like on both fronts. So we're going to Electric Shot this and Hurricane into this. I mean, that's fine, honestly, but this Politoed, like, bro, this is a +3 Electric Shot. Unless you're Wakanberry, which, even if you are, I don't... I mean, you have the light screen up, I will give you that, but bro, this is +3. This is +3. I'm just saying, this is +3. Do you live? If you live, you're a real Pokemon. Okay, you're a real Pokemon. I respect it. I respect it on so many levels. Citrus Berry. But this doesn't actually help them. Haze? I mean, this actually doesn't benefit you, but we're here. I refuse to let that Scrafty touch my, Oh, okay. So what we do now is we're going to protect. Ooh, this is kind of awkward now, right? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? So they still have light screen up for one more turn. So we protect this and swap in Saturn? Because I feel like you would probably rather prioritize killing Arch than killing Pelipper? I could be wrong about that. But we just protect here? Okay. So we see... Ooh! Good play. Good play. Good read. Good play. Good play. Well... So I'm going to Electroshot this. And T-Wave the Gengar. Yeah? Yeah, I think that's what we do. So they're going to Perish Song, I'm assuming, this turn. So this Politoed is probably going to... Because here's the thing, right? After this turn... So Politoed used Hydro Pump, okay. That was cute damage. Very cute. Very cute, very cute, very cute. However, before dying, I think it is probably smart to click Psychic Terrain again. Because here's the thing, if this Politoed doesn't haze, this turn is dead. And even then, you kind of can't haze because you're just going to be dead. Grimmsnarl comes back out. That's fine. Okay. Can we just hit the crap out of this? Okay. So let me think. If we just kill the things that are annoying us, like for example, if I kill the Grimmsnarl, that opens up my... It opens up Swampert to clean the game up, basically, right? Because I don't think Gengar wants to stay in, or maybe it does. Regardless, I feel like we should probably try to kill Grimmsnarl here. There's already a light screen up, buddy. Because the thing I feel like Swampert can clean the game up. I really do feel like Swampert can clean the game up. That's cool. That is cool. So we're gonna see, yeah. Okay, so... Hopefully they go into Scrafty, but they probably won't. They're just gonna go into Politoed. It makes the most sense. Or they go into their Scrafty. Should we hide the Metal Burst? I think we just attack. We just attack. I click Protect here. And... I mean, we can't click anything with this, for real. Let's just click this again to throw them off. Because the following turn, what's going to happen is we go Pelipper and Swampert. Swampert kills Gengar, Pelipper kills... Okay, this works. That's fine. Regardless, the very next turn, I am pretty Oh, I just realized this Politoed is water absorbed. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so our Chaudon dies, and so does Meowstic, but I think we've already sealed the deal for this game. So Gengar gets 2 kills, which is okay, cool, fine, whatever. We're gonna go out into Pelipper and into Swampert. And we're just going to high horsepower into Hurricane. I don't think the Politoed can kill us with anything. So we're going to Hurricane this slot. And we're just going to Mega Evolve and High Horsepower this slot. And should Gengar ever come back out, it's never getting another Parasong back up because, hey, you're paralyzed, so good luck with that. Okay. I mean, this isn't saving you. This isn't gonna save you. Like, even after an Intimidate, I'm pretty sure we still kill you, bro. High Horsepower. Okay. So we just killed the Politoed. Now the real question is, do we have one more turn of terrain after this? We do. Which means we get to High Horsepower. Actually, screw a High Horsepower. We're just clicking Hurricane and Wave Crash. Because there's no freaking way you're living this hit, bro. So we're going to Hurricane this slot. And Wave Crash. No, this is Liquidation. Ooh. Supposed to have Wave Crash, not Liquidation. I want to say this still kills, but we are definitely not supposed to have this. Definitely not supposed to have this move. But at the same time, this move is rain boosted and stab boosted, and you're a Gengar. Even if we are -1, this should absolutely kill you. And regardless, Scrafty can't live long enough to make, like, be useful here, so... I don't know what we're thinking about. Please just... Wait, what? How did that work? Oh, because Pelipper isn't grounded. That is right. Okay. I forgot about that interaction. You can hit the Mons if they're not grounded. Okay. Okay. So what that basically means is Swampert is just going to get 3 kills by itself. Instead of it being 2 Swampert, 1 Pelipper, 1 Archaea DZ. Okay, Kawamatsu, clean this game up. Alright, this game was a lot closer than I comfortably would have liked. But you know, it is what it is. Just gotta adjust for game 2, and hopefully we don't, you know, fumble the bag, per se. But GG's to my opponent for game 1. Let's get into it in game 2. Alright, we're here for game 2. I'm trying to, like, just think to myself, what adjustments can my opponent make? Because they know now we have a shed ship. So they don't know that Swampert can actually pivot. Excuse me. They don't know that Swampert can actually pivot in and out, though. There's a part of me that really wants to bring Gardevoir in, but I kind of... Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lead Lucy with Saturn. I'm going to keep... but we lose to Palafin really bad if I do this. So let me think about this rationally, right? I think we bring... I only got 25 seconds to figure it out. I don't like that. Okay. Saturn, Lucy, Gardevoir, and Pelipper. No, Swampert. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Because I think Swampert without its Mega is still usable. So let's see. Because if they lead the same thing, let's see. Gengar and Grimmsnarl again. Okay. So we can fake them out and then just go for high horsepower into Gengar and potentially kill it. Yeah, let's just do that. If they don't protect, they're dead. And if they do protect, they're still dead. Because the very following turn, we can just Helping Hand into... Okay, so they don't protect. Okay, they don't protect, I think. This could kill. Ah, crap. It is what it is. Shadow Ball. Okay. They're clearly annoyed of us. They're clearly annoyed of us. I think we Psychic Terrain now and just go for high horsepower. We just Psychic Terrain and go for high horsepower. They clearly don't like us. They tried to kill us just now. Just saying, they really tried to kill us just now. I don't know how I feel about that. That was an attempt on my life. I don't know how I feel about that as a Meowstic. So, let's see. Okay, the way his hand just comes out is so weird. And they know we're Scarfed. So this, I'm about to say, bro, it's either you stay in and die, or switch out and die. Okay, that works. Kinda, sorta. We're just gonna go for Psychic Terrain. Reflect. So what we're gonna do now is go into... Okay, so we have to think about this rationally, right? I'd imagine they just attack the... I think what we have to do is go into this. We go into you. Because I'm trying to think. I feel like we can safely pivot in Gardevoir this turn. Because I feel like... You probably want to kill the Saturn, right? Let's find out. Like, if I had to take a guess, you want to kill Saturn this turn. Prankster is my ability. Okay. That's such interesting ability. Let me see. Do you go for Saturn? You go for Light Screen. Like, does this thing go for like a knockoff? Yeah. Okay. And I think what we do now is go for Liquidation. Right. Go for Liquidation into the Scrafty. I think so. I mean, because maybe you live through whatchamacallit, but either way, we're about to just Mega Evolve and click Hyper Voice, because why the heck not? Politoed the Serene. Okay, let's see what we can get poppin'. Hyper Voice. Murdered. Murdered. Just murdered. The thing that sucks though is the fact that that happened. Okay. But okay. This Gengar is almost dead though. So there is that. Okay. So we're going to flip turn on Gengar and just click Protect. We're going to flip turn and just Protect. Flip turn and Protect. If they don't protect their Gengar here, like for example, if they attack my Gardevoir, then we're looking really good, because that means we'll just have to deal with the Grimmsnarl. Basically, we just, if we can attack Gengar this turn, what we're going to do is just pivot out into Tauros, click Raging Bull to break the screens, and then just spam Hyper Voice. That's what we're going to do if they don't protect. Which I feel like this turn, like... Okay, he's a coward. 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 Oh, we all protected. That may or may not be bad news. We'll find out. So we're gonna still flip turn on this slot, but we're gonna click expanding force. In theory, we can live a Shadow Ball. If they're not... Okay. And now we just kill both these Pokemon. Ah, of course you get that. Bro, the thing is gonna suck, though. This is like the second time in a row we've hit the freaking Politoed with a water move, bro. Bro, I need to stop hitting this thing with water moves, bro. Hydro Pump. Okay, that's fine. That's actually fine. That's actually perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. So Gardevoir has 2 lives to her name right now. You love to see it. Okay. So now we flip turn and protect. We flip turn and protect. It's that simple. Flip turn, protect. This dude loves trying to... Please kill this thing. Please kill this. Please kill this. Please kill this. Thank you so much for killing me. Thank you so much for killing me. Okay. So Politoed takes a kill this game. Politoed takes a kill. So what we do now is go into this, click Raging Bull, into... Honestly, at this point, you might as well just click Raging Bull into the freaking, I mean, just for the damage, we probably click it into this, right? And then we're gonna click Hyper Voice. And we have to hope that... Yeah, we just have to hope. Oh, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. Oh my gosh, they did a lot. Was that a crit? Okay, it was a crit. I'm saying like that did a lot. Okay, so pretty sure Gardevoir just picks up the next 2 kills. If not this turn, definitely the next one. If not this turn, definitely the next one. Good job, Bro, good job, Kaguya. I'm actually happy I had the gall to at least try to bring it, and it's working out. So Kaguya is going to actually get all 4 kills this game, which you love to see. Making your team debut, getting all 4 kills. You rock out Gardevoir. Because there's no freaking way this Politoed lives this hit, bro. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. Okay. Yeah, knock it out. Let's end this game already. GG's to my opponent, Fire Bro. Thank you, buddy, for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, peace out.